Good evening. Today I am speaking to Adeline, who, like many times before, I speak to sellers who are suspended, either for a very minor technical issue or a completely erroneous one. And we believe that she's suspended for an erroneous suspension. So, Adeline, tell us your experience selling on Amazon the last year. And the goal of this video is just that someone at Amazon should see it, put a human side to it and show how it's affecting real people. So tell us your experience the last year on Amazon and what's going on now.
Okay, well, I've been selling on Amazon for a few years now, maybe 5 years. Up until last year, the experience has been quite good. Okay, I sell through FBA. I design the products myself. I design paper, stationery, arts, and crafts products. So I come up with the design, I send them to manufacturers to be produced, which then are shipped back to me to repackage. I sell on a few platforms, including my own site, Etsy, and then FBA. With Amazon, I was actually deactivated 3 weeks ago, and it's my third time being deactivated in the past year. The first time was last May 2023. It was kind of the account re-verification project they were doing. It was something very minor, like I didn't give them both sides of a copy of a bank statement, and they shut me down.
Right.
That was stressful. It took me a week to get it back on again. But the problem was my whole ranking was gone after spending thousands of dollars, which is a lot of money for a small business, on PPC ads over the last few years. I had no ranking, so I had to ramp up PPCs again and spend more money to get it back. Okay. And then, the account starts to, build momentum again. It takes time. And then this past May, just 2, 3 months ago, I was shut down again. This time was for what they call inconsistent child variations. I had to file numerous appeals to show that I didn't have that because my product, for example, is printed washi tape. I've got different prints on the same size tape. So that can be the child variations of the different prints. I had, a huge appeal process. I maybe appealed 9 times, got my account reinstated within a week. That was fine. But of course, like again, I lost all the SEO rankings, traction. So I had to try to, get it back by spending more money on PPCs. And then by July, which is just a few weeks ago, my account didn't really go back yet because I had the worst Prime Day in 5 years. Like the sales were just maybe half of what it was, years before. And then 3 weeks ago, I got a notice from Amazon. I had to submit supply chain documents, my bank statement, and personal identification, and then attend a video call, which I thought, okay, this is fine. I can do all that because I produce all my own tapes, so I can show all the documents from the factories. So I did that, uploaded the documents. I spoke to somebody on a video. It was a lady from India. Okay. She was very, kind of interrogative, which is fine. Okay. I just did what they wanted, had to show my ID again on the screen for her, explain my whole supply chain, which I did. And at the end of the call, she just said, okay, I'll send you an email, resend the documents again. So I said, okay, fine. And then surprisingly, in the new email, I was asked to give brand authorization from Alice in Wonderland. And I thought, wait a second, I've already explained on the call with her that I have my own brand, SereneDesigns. It's brand registered with Amazon. That's what I sell under, and I design my own products. I'm not using other brand assets. But in the email, it said give brand authorization. So I thought, okay, let me pull up Amazon's IP trademark, policy. There is the policy where you don't need authorization. I believe, Ed, you saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's when you use a trademark name or term in its dictionary meaning to accurately describe your product. I thought, okay, I'll just explain that. I showed screenshots. I even took 3 dictionary entries of Alice in Wonderland as a noun. I mean, it's such a generic term now that, Alice in Wonderland is from Lewis Carroll's book in the 1800s. It's in the public domain. The character is Alice. It's a girl that goes into a fantasy land. So my product is based on that character. I've got drawings of public domain images and my own images incorporated. So I filed that appeal to dispute the deactivation. It gets rejected. And then, of course, I call account health. I always get, I must have called them 5 or 6 times in the past 2 weeks. Each time I call, they give me different answers. They said, "Oh, but look at the characters on their cards. That looks like Alice in Wonderland from Disney." I'm like, no, that's definitely not Disney's characters. You can look closely. But I find the account health reps don't want to listen. Like when they get an idea in their head, they just stick with it. I
Right.
don't know if they're not able to escalate, or maybe they're penalized if they escalate. They want to try to stop people at the door. Like, no, go away.
But you said there are a lot of people selling exactly this on Amazon now, thousands of people, right?
Yes, there's thousands of sellers selling their own design Alice in Wonderland, their own version of Alice in Wonderland, which is not the Disney version. Okay. It's like a lot of fairy tale characters. You can have your own drawings and your own version of that character. Thousands of people are selling those things. And I don't know if they got hit with this, but I got hit with this. And it's
Right.
been very
And
frustrating.
right, and it's been very frustrated. And he said that they also stopped the MCF, your multi-channel fulfillment. So they're holding your inventory and they're holding the money, and pretty much your life is at a standstill. Is that correct?
Well, yes, because I love the MCF feature. I always thought, okay, now I can send more stock to Amazon because I also sell on Etsy and my own site. And especially in the US, I can use the MCF for US orders.
Yeah.
Now I can't even do that. And I had to cancel these orders. Like I was getting Etsy orders every day, my own site. And I find with a lot of US buyers, they want it in 1 or 2 days. And when I
Yeah.
say I have to send it from overseas, they cancel it. So yeah, sadly, I lost business in that end too, because I can't even use MCF.
Right. So I'm hoping someone from Amazon, because they watch these videos, they see your argument. So if you can say in closing to the person making a decision on your account, what would you like to tell them?
I think this whole process, you need a specialized account health team that deals with trademarks. Because I find the account health people, they're very general. They're not specialists. And I think in this area, you have to be a specialist because I did ask many times, I even emailed their IP policy to explain, can you tell me, is this correct? I can use a word in its dictionary meaning.
Right.
Nobody can answer me. They just said, oh, but Alice in Wonderland from Disney. I'm like, I know it's trademark. I don't dispute that, but it is a dictionary term too.
Right, but Ryan, you said something else, which I think is important, and we'll end with this, is that you would be very happy to fix it, to revise it how they like, but you cannot because you're suspended. So you can't fix it.
That's right. Anytime it was flagged like, hey, you're using a trademark term, even though it's in dictionary, you can't use it. Okay, fine. I can
Right,
change it. I can say something else, right? I'll make it another way if I can.
right.
But it is what it is. It's Alice in Wonderland. I can say something else. I can reword it somehow. Um, but I didn't give that chance. And I don't know how Amazon's dealing with it because there are millions of dictionary words being trademarked or have been trademarked. So if this bot is going through all these listings all the time, you're going to have a lot of problems.
Right, and it's affecting, like I told you, real people and real lives. And I hope someone at Amazon sees this and does the right thing and reinstates Adeline's account. And thank you so much. And we'll see what happens. Let me know if any movement, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.